Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's market review. My name is Akonde Olakomi Joshua. Yes, it's nice having you around once again. Thank you for joining this morning's market review. I'd really appreciate you for joining. Thank you to Adesola Wasiu, Akinpelumi Isaac. Thank you to Alebode Isedu. Thank you to Alphonsus Ikediashi. Thank you to Andem Obu. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Anthony Kayode, Chinedu Osaji, Edidion, Fabian, Fabian of Wisdom. Thank you. Hamad Hamidat, Onyx, Izuchuku Chibundu, James Otegbayo, Johnson, Olajuyibe, Kalu. I can see Mark Angeline, I can see Michael, I can see Monday, I can see Nicholas, Olumide Akinlolu, I can see Ogunwuyi Tobiloba Babatunde, I can see Oji Cyril, I can see Olaiton, I can see Olariwaju Benga, I can see Philip Amas, yes, I can see Sojifaru Timi, I can see Taufik Durosimi Eti, I can see Victor Edo Ojo. I can see Wellington. Okay. I can see Villalon. Okay. So, yes. All right. So, for the other set of people that I'm unable to call their name, the main reason is because what I'm seeing here is a device name. So, that's why I'm not calling that. You understand? So, if you see that I did not acknowledge you, I did not call your name, it's because what I'm seeing is your device name. So, please, if you're able to change your device name to your real name that you bear, that will be highly appreciated. You understand? So I'll be able to acknowledge you the same time. And for those just joining us, maybe you're just joining us, you didn't hear me call your name, it means you're just joining us. But all the same, I acknowledge everybody joining from whichever part of the country, around the nation, and even those outside. Good morning to you once again, and welcome to this morning's market review. All right, so yes, on my chat, Mr. Kalu, good morning to you. Thank you very much. Well, this is not Victor, this is Joshua. Joshua anchors the morning market review for Fridays. Every Friday, it's been anchored by Joshua. Yes, my night was restful. Good morning, Mark Angeline. Good morning this morning. Thank you very much. I can also see it. You're saying loud and clear. I really appreciate that. All right, so if you're able to hear me from your own end, kindly come to the chat section. I just need like 2 more to support the motion saying loud and clear, loud and clear. So once you're able to give me loud and clear from the chat section, yes, it means we are good to go. So if you want to send a message on the chat section, direct it to me. So, thank you, Angel. You're saying crystal clear. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
All right, I can hear somebody already speaking out saying loud and clear. Whoever it is, thank you very much for doing that. Thank you very much. So it means from wherever you are, you should be able to hear me from your end. So, all right, so thank you very much. So now straight up, we'll move into the real deal, which is we're going to be looking at how the market is going to be moving today. You understand? We're going to be looking at how the market is going to be moving today. Okay, Kalu, you're saying you're sorry for that. No problem. So yes, we're going into the real deal now, and we'll start with fundamentals first. From fundamentals, we move to technicals. We're going to be looking at how the whole thing is going to be moving, whole market is going to be moving. You understand? But first thing first, let's look at how the market is moving fundamentally. So I'll be sharing my screen from my own end, and sure, I believe everybody will be able to see it from their own end. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm working on that already. Okay. All right, so I want to believe everybody is able to see my screen from their own end. I want to believe that everybody is able to see my screen from their own end. Very well. All right, so yes, on today's fundamental, we're expecting news. Okay, news came out on GBP already, 7 a.m. on the retail sales month to month, and it came out positive. I'm very sure if we go to the chart on GBP, we'll discover that yes, the market should respect it. It should respect it by going up. You understand? GBP, let's say maybe GBP USD, maybe on the chart currently. Well, it might, but we can see it's a medium impact news. But let's see how it goes. I don't know. Yet to check that chart. Then the next one will be by 1:30 p.m. that is coming on Canadian dollar, and it's a high impact news. That's by 1:30, employment change and the unemployment rate. Then by 1:30, we are having that same 1:30, we are having the NFP today, the average hourly earnings month to month, non-farm employment change, the unemployment rate. Yes, we are having that news. These are high impact news coming up today. Friday. Then by 3 p.m., we have the IVPMI coming out on Canadian dollars. You understand? But let's look at, okay, as of yesterday, let's look at the news that came out. We had news coming out on CHF 730 and it came out negative. And yes, there was a strong move on that particular instrument. For those that traded it on USD CHF, you discover it bought and CHF JPY is sold. Then by 1:15, we also had news coming out on the USD ADP non-farm employment change. It also moved, came out negative. 1:30 came out negative for US. Then by 3 p.m., the ISM service PMI came out good for the US dollars. And that on its own actually moved the currency, the market, the way it's supposed to. We're expecting some of it, some of the news, you understand, or if not all, you expected and moved in that line, which is interesting. So for today, the news we're expecting, the most volatile news we're expecting is by 1:30. It's by 1:30, you understand? And just like I've always informed us, when it comes to fundamentals is a respecter of no zone. He moves the market the way he wants. Once he says buy, it means buy. Most especially when the news is volatile. If he tells you buy, it means buy. You understand? So I'll kindly advise whenever you're trading fundamentals, you need to be very, very okay, we need to be very, very careful about it. You understand? We need to be very, very careful about it, not to incur any loss. You understand? So if you're saying don't do technicals on fundamentals, you understand? But this is how I say it. You hear me say it most of the time whenever I take the money market review, that the patient dog eats the fattest bull when it comes to technicals, while on fundamentals, the patient dog eats nothing. The patient dog eats nothing when it comes to fundamentals. So please and please, anytime you're trading fundamentally, once you get your profit, take it and move. That's the way it is. Take it and move. All right. Okay. So that's the news that is coming out today for fundamentals. So I'll just advise whatever it is you're doing, once it's getting close to 1:30, please stay out to be able to trade the fundamentals. If you're on any technical trade as of now and it takes you to that time, just find a way to manage it and hopefully it moves in your direction and you make profit. But if you're not on any trade, and it's close to 1:30, please just do your own calculations and see how you'll be able to take the trade. If it comes out green, you know what it means, that you should buy. That is, the information that has been released is good for the currency. If it comes out negative, it means the information is bad for the currency. You understand? That's the way it is. If it comes out as black, that's neutral. And neutral, we say it's another way of saying partial buy. One way or the other, you see the market buying, but it might not buy with full force. You understand? So that's that on fundamentals. But let's look at the currency strength meter and see what the currency strength meter is saying as of this morning. Okay. Yes. So as of this morning on the currency strength meter, we can see what it's saying. Currently, the strongest of all instruments as of this morning is AUD. It's AUD. No, sorry, NZD. NZD is the strongest, followed by AUD. Then the euros is also there as the third strongest, then followed by GBP. But GBP, based on what we're seeing a red arrow on GBP now saying that GBP is losing strength. Then we have the Canadian dollars, which is showing that Canadian dollars is currently gaining strength. That's why you're seeing the green arrow on it, followed by JPY. Then we have CHF, while the weakest of all instruments as of this morning is the USD. You understand? Also, I could also, okay, let me just show us this particular currency strength meter. There's another one, currency strength meter, but this one is currencystrengthzone.com. Now, you see on this particular chart, it shows you the strength of the currency based on time frames. Now you can see, okay, so one of the things that the shortcomings of this particular site is whenever you come there, it brings up this ad. You understand? So, but it shows you the strength of the currency based on based on the time frame. You understand? Once you're on the time frame, it shows you that strength immediately. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, let's see. I can come around it now. This is it. You see it. Every 10 seconds it refreshes. Now you see something. Now it's going to refresh again. Another 10 seconds. That's the way it is. Now this is based on 1 hour. You can change it to different time frame, on different time frames, time zone of your choice. You understand? That's the way it works. So I'm going to be sending us the link on the group to everybody, so you'll be able to have it. And yeah, maybe you can use it on your own. Yes, you can use it on your own. I'll send it to us now on the chat section so we can get it. That's that on this particular currency strength meter. But also you can decide to use this conventional one that we use, and you refresh it on your own just to see how the whole deal is. That's that. Okay, so if you go to the chat section now, I'm dropping that particular link for everybody to be able to see. So yes, I've dropped this currencystrengthzone.com. I've dropped it for everybody so we can have it there. All right, so let's move to the charts technically now and look at the market. Let's see what is going to happen or what is happening this morning. All right. Okay, I'm with us. All right, so first thing first, like we all know, I love currencies. I'm a man of currencies. For those that know me for a very long time, they know I deal more with currencies. Yes, I love currencies. I don't play with currencies. You always see me sitting down with currencies. I love, because yes, for me, it's mild. It's mild. It does not it's not as aggressive as indices and the likes. But yes, they all give us this profit the way we want it. You understand? So yes, starting with Euro USD. Starting with Euro USD. Okay, so based on what we are seeing on 1 hour time frame now, currently you discover that price is at a zone. Where price is now is a resistance. This particular point is a resistance zone, and that's why you're seeing that price is struggling as of this morning here. Based on what we're seeing, price is struggling here now. You discover when price got here, it went up, came back down. Now price is trying to push. Now this is what I'm going to say. I am expecting price to go up on Euro USD. I'm expecting price to even go up on Euro USD. But this is what I would advise. Hold on for it to break above this zone. Let it close above this zone successfully. Once it closes above this zone that has been marked out for us, I'm going for the bullish move. I'll go for that buy. But if price is going to respect it and doesn't break above this point, it's going to drop. That's just what is there. Price is going to drop. And one other thing that I'm also going to give to you is this. You see, for some time now, let me unlock this. You see this, for some time now, you discover that whenever price moves, like this one now, whenever price moves like this, at the end of the day, it recovers back. The same way, you see price has gone up for a while. Look at this one now. Price came down to this point. The truth is price is still going to go back to cover up for this. Even if it's going to go back in that same direction, but price will still go back and cover up for all this. But the best thing to do is always look out for the best opportunity or best time to enter a trade. And how do you do that? Marking out the zones. Support, resistance. You see, everything about trading has to do with support and resistance. It's just like even your day-to-day activities in life. It has to do with support and resistance. Once you're able to mark out the zones, your entry point becomes very easy. Now, this is this point here. This is this resistance zone. Wait for price to break above this point, then you're able to go for that buy. But if it doesn't break above it, don't rush it. You can't rush the market. You understand? Waiting is a strategy. Waiting is a strategy. You understand? Once you're able to see it clearly, then you follow. Now, this is it. Okay, so somebody is asking if you wait for a retest on Euro USD when it breaks above it, do you wait for a retest before you buy? Now, the truth is, yes, sometimes you can wait for a retest and sometimes you see price moving in that line based on volatility. Based on volatility, you can wait on retest. It might go and come back. Now, if it's coming back down, that retest is as far as it doesn't break that zone again. That will be a good point for you to go. To follow it and not leave it. That's the way it is. As far as it does not break below that point again. So around here, I am expecting this price to break above this point. But if it doesn't break above it, then you can see price reversing back. So yes, let's hold on and see. Is price going to break it? If price is able to break above, because currently now it's even ranging. Based on what we're seeing from this point now, price is ranging. So until price is able to give us a direction here, then we can follow. If price gives us that direction, we follow it smoothly. So that's that on Euro USD. Let's look at the next instrument, which is USD CHF. USD CHF. Now, this is USD CHF. We discover that, okay, price came down. In fact, interestingly, look at this. Let me zoom in so you see something. Look around this part. This is a bearish candle, almost like an inverted hammer. It would have been nice if the body is bigger a little here. Even though, if you look at it, it's giving us that bearish candle. You understand? But this happened where on a resistance. Then the next thing you're seeing is a bearish candle. Price came down. Price came down. And if you look at it further, what are we still expecting? For me, I'll still say I'm expecting that price should still come down. But where price is now is also a zone. It's also a zone. You understand? Let me zoom out so we see some things. Look at it. If you look at it, price has been dropping, but slowly on USD CHF. It's been dropping slowly and calmly. That's what I will say. Price has been dropping slowly and calmly. That's the way it is. You understand? So I'm still expecting price to what? To drop. I'm still expecting price to what? To drop. But based on the zone where it is here, if I'm to put, okay, let's see if I can do this. If I'm to push it like this, okay. Let me zoom in so we can see some things. Now, can you see where price is currently on its own? As far if price is able to break below this point where it is now, this horizontal fixed zone here, if it's able to break below this point, I'm expecting it to keep on dropping. I'm expecting price to keep on dropping. That's just the way it is. So let's wait and see what will happen. If price is able to break below this path successfully, then we should go for that bearish move. And currently, as of this morning, dollars is actually weak. Dollars is weak as of this morning, and that's why we're saying that. So I expect price to push down on this particular instrument. I'll go for the bear. Once it closes below this point, please, you can go for that bearish move. But if you want to also be aggressive, you can decide to go for it. But you know, that's not a good entry point because there's a zone around that point and price is respecting that zone. That's the way it is. That's why price is having issues around that point. You get it? So that's the way it is anyway. All right, so let's move to the next instrument. We'll look at let's look at USD CAD. Let's look at USD CAD. Let's see. Let's go to USD CAD. I'm with us. USD CAD. USD CAD. All right, I'm on USD CAD. Okay. I think once we're done with that, we'll look at GBP USD, then we'll come to AUD USD. AUD USD will be the next instrument after this man. Okay, so let's do that first. USD CAD. I'm on USD CAD now. All right, so this is USD CAD. USD CAD is also giving us that same vibe. Price wants to come down. It's getting close to that zone. So wait for it to break below that zone, then we'll follow that bearish move. That's the same thing. Wait for it to break below this zone. Wait for it to break below this zone because currently where it is, there's a zone there. If it's able to break below that zone successfully, then you can go for that bearish move. Just like I showed us on USD CHF now that I marked this point out, that's the same way it is on USD CHF here. There's a zone around this point. So you need to hold on for price to break below this zone successfully. If it's able to break below this zone successfully, you can go for that bearish move. All right, so I'm seeing a question here. It says, Sir, if we are to set a buy stop on Euro USD, what price should it be? Okay. Mr. Vico Woosbees, as it is, I can't give you any price on Euro USD. You be the one to get the price yourself, the price you're satisfied with. I've marked out the zones for you. You see, I'm on it currently. I've marked out this zone for you. So you pick a price for yourself. You can come here. This is where the market price is. Come to around this point. Use your crosshair. That's simple. Just use your crosshair and determine which particular section you want it to be. And once you're able to pick one successfully, you can go for it. Whichever one you see, you pick it. You understand? That's the way it is. But if you want me to give you a definite price, that, okay, at this point, go for a buy stop and this, I'm sorry, I can't do that. What I'm meant to do is just to show you the sections, the zones, and you pick it from there. Take it from there. That's the way it is. Thank you very much on that. All right. All right. So All right, Alebode said you're asking me this question that coffee, please, is coffee affected by fundamentals? Yes, it's affected by fundamentals now once in a while, depending on where the news is coming out from, you understand? And you see, the truth is there are some certain news that can come that will affect price of all these commodities too. So that's the way it is once in a while, but not all news affects it. Some of the news that affects coffee could be CPI. Who is the largest producer of coffee? Go and look at CPI news from that country and see what will happen to the price of coffee. Is it going to jump up or come down? You will surely get an effect on that. That's the way it is. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next instrument, GBP USD. Let's go to GBP USD and see what is happening on GBP USD. GBP USD. Yeah. Okay. So on GBP USD, if you look at it now, price is also moving up, but slowly and calmly. I'm still expecting price to push up. I'm expecting price to push up. Already, it has given us this particular almost inverted hammer on a resistance here because there's a zone around this point, and you can see that price is already on that point. It's more or less like it's dancing around that zone. So even if you're going to buy, hold on for price to cross this particular section. If you want to go for that buy, simply hold on for it to break above this section successfully. If price is able to break above that section, all this price you're seeing here, price will cover it back. It's going to push up. GBP USD, I'm expecting a bullish move on GBP USD. But yes, price is expecting this zone because price is struggling there. Price is currently struggling around this point. But if it's able to break above it now successfully, you see price pushing to the upside. So that's my own take on GBP USD. I'm expecting a bullish move on GBP USD. I'm expecting it to break above this zone successfully. Then that bullish move takes over. All right, so that's that for GBP USD. Now, AUD USD. AUD USD, I'm expecting a bullish move. I'm expecting a bullish move on AUD USD. In fact, so painful as yesterday, I got the opportunity of entering this bullish market to enter a buy, but for one reason or the other, I didn't know. Something took my mind off it. As of this morning, when I saw it, it just moved up. Yes, this is it. Yesterday, I saw that move around this point. It was around this point. I knew price was going to buy. I knew it was going to buy. In fact, based on what we saw here between these two men here, this is more of a bullish harami here. These two men you're seeing is a bullish harami. And I was looking at it like, okay, I'm expecting it to go up. But I saw that price did these two things. So I just decided like, let me wait. When it gave this bullish move, I was supposed to go for it, but I didn't. I wasted time and I forgot myself. By the time I woke up this morning, I saw that it had gone up. But all the same, I was able to trade the market and I still made my little move profit here. So I'm expecting a bullish move on AUD USD too. I'm expecting price to still push up on AUD USD. So let's just hold on because already price has gone and I won't tell you to go into this market now because if you can see there's a minor zone around this point. Just hold on for price to break above this minor zone successfully. Then you can go for that bullish move. I've marked out that point for us just to see it. If it's able to close above this particular point that has been this rectangle box that has been created for us, yes, I expect price to still push up. But one of the things I also advise is this: do not forget about the news that is coming by 1:30. Don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. Have it at the back of your mind that yes, news is coming by 1:30. So you need to be very, very careful about that market. Okay, so that's that for the news on the part of this instrument. So let's look at USD JPY. Let's look at USD JPY. I've not talked about USD JPY. So let's go to USD JPY and see what USD JPY is doing this morning. Yes. Okay, USD JPY. Nice. Okay, USD JPY. All right, so this is USD JPY. Yes, interesting. USD JPY. What is it doing? What is USD JPY doing? Yes, let's look at it. USD JPY. Based on what we're seeing, let's look at it on the daily time frame and see. In fact, on the daily time frame, it's almost like it is ranging. It's almost like it's ranging on this USD JPY on the daily time frame. But all the same, let's not look at it that way. Let's look at it from the lower time frame. Let me zoom out and see some things. Okay, so based on what we are saying, price is more or less like price wants to go up. In fact, based on what it did around this point, it's almost looking like a double bottom here. But price has been trying to push up a while now, got to this particular zone and is having issues around this zone here. So if price is able to break above this point successfully, it is expected for it to move. Yes, it's expected for it to move. But let's look at it. 1 hour. Let's see what is happening on 1 hour. Okay, so based on what we are seeing on price now on 1 hour, it has came down. Price has fully gone back up to this point. Now, what are we expecting? Based on what I'm seeing, I feel price wants to go down. On my own opinion, what I'm feeling is price wants to go down, but price is having some itch or glitch hiccups around this point. This particular section here is a strong point for price. That's that zone here. There's another minor zones here. So the main deal is if price is able to break below this part now successfully, price will go down. And I feel price is a little bit choppy. That's just all what we're seeing now as of this morning. Price is a little bit choppy around this point, but I'm expecting price to go down on USD JPY. I'm expecting a bearish move on USD JPY. That's my own take. I'm expecting a bearish move on USD JPY, but yes, as of this morning, we can see price is a little bit choppy around here. It's not giving us that good move with strength here. So let's wait and see. Is it going to go down or is it going to reverse back to the upside? If it's able to push to the upside, then yes, it means price is gaining strength and yeah, but all in all, I'm still pushing for price to what? Go down. I'll pitch my tent with the bears on this particular instrument, USD JPY. Okay, so that's my take on USD JPY anyway. I'm expecting a bearish move on USD JPY. Okay, all right, so let's move to all right. One more currency, then we move to commodity. One more currency, then we move to currency. Okay, so we look at NZD USD. Look at NZD USD. Yes, NZD USD. NZD USD. All right, so NZD USD. I'm on NZD USD now. Yes, on NZD USD. Okay, so on NZD USD, like we can see, price is also pushing up on NZD USD. I'm expecting it to push up and it has pushed up. NZD USD, AUD USD, you see them, they give almost the same vibe, the same move. That's their way. They give almost the same move. They move in almost the same line. So I'm expecting this price to also push up on NZD USD. I'm expecting price to push up on NZD USD. I'm expecting that bullish move on NZD USD. Yes, I'm expecting it to push up on NZD USD. Based on what I am seeing, I'm expecting it to push up. I'm expecting price to push up on NZD USD. But so if you want to go for that bullish move, you can go for the bullish move and be looking out to stay away from this market around this point, close to this point, because the shadow is already on this line. So just look at the best opportunity. So best point is around this point. If this man closes, yeah, it's still going up anyway. That's my take. I know NZD USD is pushing to the upside. That's my take. It's currently strong. Yes, it is going to push to the upside. NZD USD, I'll go bullish. That's my take for NZD USD. All right, so now let's go to commodities. Let's go to commodities. Once I'm done with commodities, then we'll move to indices. Then I'll come back and check the chart to see all the instruments that one way or the other you want me to assist in checking, or you want us to check together and see what is going to happen on some of these instruments. Yes. So let's go to commodities. First on my commodity list is gold. First on my commodity list is gold. First on my commodity list is gold. So I'm with us, please. I'm coming. I'm with us, please. All right. Gold. So yes, as of now, gold has broken the all-time high. It has broken the all-time high. For those that really followed me for a while, you remember I told you, I said I'm expecting price of gold to push to 3,500, and it got to 3,500. Now gold is more than 3,500 based on what we are saying. In fact, based on everything now, the highest gold has gotten to ever is 3,578. You understand? Dollars, 26 cents. Let's look at it. Yes, that's it. That's the price of gold as of now. 3,578. That's one high price. It's been going up and up and up. But one thing I also want you to know is this, please. One of the things I want you to know is this, because price has moved up to that point, then we also need to be very, very careful, because there's every possibility that price will get what rejected from that zone. And that's what you're seeing. When it got to that new high, can you see price dropped? And it dropped to this support zone. As you can see, dropped to this support zone, pushed back to the upside. Now price, for me, I feel price might want to come back down to this point. Now there are two things involved here. Either it gets rejected around this zone here. Once price gets to this point, it gets rejected and goes back up, or price breaks this point and comes and do a retest on this particular section here again. And if price is able to break below this part successfully, then we could have price dropping. Price could drop as low as either this point here or even below, coming to this point. But as it is, as of this morning, price is coming down. Yes, based on what we are seeing, price is coming down. That's what price is doing. It's been so interesting on gold. Yes, for those that love trading gold, for those that have been on a buy on gold, they would have smiled. They would have been smiling and smiling and smiling, because price actually went up, broke all the all-time high. That is really, really massive. Well, I'm still emphasizing that price of gold will still go up, but all this is just a minor, for me, still a minor pullback either to this point then. So what I'll just advise us is we should look for the best opportunity to buy, the best point to go for that bullish move. Once you discover that price gets to an all-time high again, look forward towards to sell. That's the way it is on gold. That's what you do. So now that price is coming down, look for the next point to go bullish. It could either be around this point, or you wait for it to come to this point, then you what? You buy. Yes, these are points that you can go bullish, you understand? But you need to be very, very patient for it to work that way before you go bullish. Now it could come and test this point, and price could even get rejected from this point back up. For me, I just feel price already got to the high, all-time high, came and do a retest around this point that it was before, and it still respected that point and pushed to the upside. So yes, price is still going to go up. It's just a matter of time. Price will move to the upside. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's my take on gold. So let's look at another commodity instrument. Let's look at oil. Let's look for oil. Yes, going to oil. I'm on oil now. Yes, I'm on oil. Let's see what oil is doing. Let's see what oil is doing. Oil. So yes, if you look at it, oil has been dropping, is dropping. Exactly. I've been expecting the price of oil to drop for a while. Went up this high, now is back to this same point. And where oil is as of now is a zone. This point is a zone. Can you see it? And price has respected it for a while. After I broke it here, went up, came back, did a retest, went back, came back, and it's done that retest for a while. So this is it. It's two ways. If price is able to break below this section successfully, you can go bearish on oil. Once it breaks below that point successfully, please go bearish. Price is going to drop. Once it's able to break this zone, price will go bearish on oil. That's the way it is. That's my own take. That's my own bias. I expect price to drop on oil once it breaks that particular section. Okay, so that zone is a zone we need to watch out for. Yes, let's watch out for that zone. If it breaks below that zone, then we go bearish. But if it respects the zone, price could go back to the upside. So let's look out for it. Let's cross our fingers and look out for what price is going to do on that section. Okay, so that's that on oil. That's that on oil. Okay. Let's look out for another instrument again. Let me look out for one commodity instrument. Let's go for wheat. Let's go for wheat. You see, yes, it's been a while I talked about wheat, so let's look out for wheat. Then we'll look at indices in that line. Wheat, 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 wheat. Where are you? Wheat. Yes, this is wheat. This is wheat. I'm on wheat now. Okay. So I'm on wheat. Okay. Yes, so I'm on wheat. Based on what we are seeing on wheat, interestingly, I was seeing a particular information that Putin is also looking out for your way to meet with Zelensky so that they can end their talks and everything. In fact, it's a welcome idea for me. Please let them meet up and resolve all these whole wars and everything. They are able to do that. Everything will be nice for them. You understand? Everything is going to be very, very okay. They are able to settle their differences. You understand? And if they're able to do that, some of the business they've been out of for a while, everything is going to come back to normalcy. That's what I feel. It's going to come back to normalcy. But technically, looking at what price is doing now, you saw that price has gapped up. So, and price is respecting this zone here. There's a zone here that price is expecting, and in fact, it's been moving between these 2 points for a while now. So, yes, that's what price has been doing. It's just been moving between these 2 points for a while. You understand, these 2 points for a while. So let's hold on for it. If price is able to break above this section successfully, if price is able to break above that section successfully, if it's able to break above this section successfully, then yes, we should have a continuation in that bullish move. But if it doesn't and it respects this, it means it's just dancing between this point. Let's wait for price to pick a direction. Then we what? Then we follow. That's what our advice we do. Let's wait for price to yes, break above or below one of these two directions. Then we what? Then we'll follow. That's the main deal on this particular instrument that I feel. All right, so that's that on wheat. That's that on wheat. Okay, so now we're moving to indices. Let's go to indices and see what is happening on indices. So I'm coming on indices now. Let's go to indices now. Okay. Okay, this is one. Let me look at another one. Okay. Okay. Last of all right, so look at all the US indices, then we'll look at okay, let's start with the US indices first. I'll start with US 30, then US 100, 500. From there, we'll move on. All right, so US 30. Okay, so looking at it on the higher time frame, highest point it has gotten to. That's where it is currently close to that point. Can you see? This is the highest point it has gone in a while now. And yes, it is expected to be rejected. This point is the highest point it has gotten to. So I'll kindly advise that we need to be very, very careful around this zone. This zone is a strong zone for price here. So let's be very, very careful. And yes, that's why it's expected for you to drop. When price gets to a new high, it is expected for you to drop. So to make it interesting and free, our advice, we hold on for price to either hold on for price to give us that bullish move again after it has done its own retest. Because if you look at it, it's been between these 2 points now. Price got here, pushed to this up point. Now it's dancing between these 2 points. So let's see what price is going to do. Is it going to break below this point? If it breaks below this point successfully, then we can go for that bearish move. Or it breaks above this point, then we can follow it bullish. But if that is not the case, please, our advice, we hold on for now. Hold on for now, because yes, this is a new zone that price is getting to in a long time. You understand? Just imagine this has been this the way price is moving now. Let's just hold on. Yes, let's hold on. Let it give us a clear path before we follow, based on the fact that it's moving sideways. That's that on US 30. Let's see US 100 too. So US 100 is also giving us that same line here, based on what we are saying. If you look at it even from the time frame, this is the highest point it has gotten to based on what we are saying. Yes, I'm coming exactly monthly to exactly. You understand? And price is still pushing up. It's still pushing up based on what we are saying. Except the only reason why we are seeing price being rejected around this point is because this is more or less like a high for it, and price is respecting that zone. Is expecting the zone, but I still, based on what we are saying, I'm still expecting price to push up. I'm expecting price to push up on this man. Yes, you can see when it got to this all-time high, it came down, pushed up and came down. Now it's still around that same point. So even if price is going to break above these points now, even if it's going to break above this point, let me zoom out. Let's wait for price to break above this section successfully, this zone that we are seeing here. Let's wait for a price to break above it successfully. If it breaks above it successfully, then we can go for that bullish move. You can go for that bullish move here. If once price is able to break above this part successfully, you can go for that bullish move. But if that does not happen, please wait, because the next thing you see is price will drop, or price might even range around that section for a while. That's what you get sometimes. So around those zones, we need to be calm about it. Yes. So that's that on US 100. Okay, let's look at US 500. Let's look at US 500. Let's see what is happening. In fact, US 500 is also giving us the same vibe like US 30, US 100. All of them, they are giving us that same move. So if they're giving us that same move, okay, let's see. If he's giving us that same move, our advice, we hold on. We hold on for it. That's just the way it is. You hold on for price to break above that section. Once he's able to break above that zone, because you can see price is pulling back a D2. So price could pull back to around this point. Price could pull back to around this zone that we're seeing here. And once price gets to this point and is unable to break below this particular section, as far as price is unable to break below this section, then price could get rejected here and reverse back to the upside. Yes, so let's watch and see what price wants to do here. Is it going to break below or not? If it doesn't break below it, then we should expect price to push back to the upside on US 500. All right, so US 2000 now. Let's look at what is happening on US 2000. US 2000, yes. This is US 2000. So on US 2000, all right, I'm zooming out. So exactly, this is it. This is the highest point for US 2000 here, if I'm not wrong. Yes, this is the highest point it has gotten to. This point here. So price has gone down for a while and is now pushing back to the upside. So wait for price to break above this zone here successfully. If it breaks above this zone successfully, then we could have that bullish move happening. But if that is not the case, please, let's hold on for price first. Hold on for price. You need to wait for price first. This zone is a strong zone, and indices is not something you just rush into until it gives you that good signal, then you follow. They are very comfortable with it, then you follow it. So for me, for now, I advise you wait on the indices. Don't go in, don't rush in, because if you rush in, surely, I'm not lying to you, you're going to rush out. I'm expecting it to go bullish on US 2000, but wait for it to break above this part first. If it breaks above that part successfully, then you can go bullish. You can go bullish. But if it doesn't, don't go. Don't go. That's the way it is. Okay? All right. So that's that on US 2000. Okay. Fine. Let's look at DE40. Let's look at DE40. Yes. Oh, Victor Edojo, you're also, I'm saying D40 and Victor Edojo is also dropping in D40. Yes, let's look at D40. Let's see what D40 is saying. Right, D40, it is. That's for the German stocks. German stocks. Okay, German stocks. Let's see. So for the German stocks now, this is it. I'm expecting a bullish move on these German stocks. Just hold on for it to break above these parts. That's my take. From what I'm seeing, I'm expecting it to go bullish, even though it's more or less like it's moving sideways between these 2 points. This is point 1 and this is point 2. You understand? Based on it's giving us that sideways move. It's not giving us that definite direction. But yes, I would rather prefer to go bullish. You understand? On this market. So hold on for it to it might close within this point because you can see that price is still expecting all this. But yes, and for the mere fact that you're seeing this long week, it shows that the buyers are really pushing for price to go up. So I'm expecting price to push up on DE40. Hold on for it to break above this part, then you can go bullish. That's my take on DE40. All right. Okay. Let's come back and see some of these instruments that we talked about. Euro USD, you can see is going bullish. If it closes above this point here, like I said, AUD USD. Look at it. Funny enough, on one of my accounts, my dollar account, yes, I've made over $10.35 as of this morning. I entered the buy, yes, before I did enter, I entered the buy this morning, and yes, it's moving up. I expect it to push up, just like I said, in fact. And yes, it has done that, it has given me that profit. In fact, as of now, I'm even out because of what I'm doing. Although I gave it what I did was I trailed it, and it's been moving fine for me, but I just closed it. So $10, yeah, $10 is good enough. That's around 15,000 plus. So, or if not up to 16. So yes, it's going to push up. Just like I said, I'm expecting it to push up. Once it covers this whole point for me, then price could start going back down. Yeah, so you can see that's what we see there. GBP USD is also going to push, but I'm expecting to break above that point. You can see USD CHF. Can you see? It's going below. It's yet to break it fully for me. But if it closes below this box, I'm expecting it to move down. USD CAD is also doing the same. So let's watch out for all these instruments, please. It's not just about me speaking about it, saying it. Please, let's look out for all these instruments. Now, I'm not saying all of them must actually fulfill, but one or two will fulfill all the things we've talked about, then we'll follow it. Like, look at USD JPY now, it's not even moving, it's not giving us any direction yet, you understand? But let's see. If it gives us that, fine. Look at NZD, just like I said I'm expecting a bullish move, and it's also moving. Yes, I'm expecting it to get up to this point, you understand? So let's just watch and see. Price will move in that line. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Alibode said you're saying please review coffee. Please review coffee. Coffee. All right. Let's look at coffee. Let's look at coffee. Let's see what is there on coffee. Let's see what is there on coffee. Coffee. So this is coffee. Let's look at it. Yes, coffee has been pushing up based on what we are seeing on daily time frame. Based on what I'm seeing on this daily time frame, coffee is pushing up. Yes, look at it. It's been going up. First came to this point, pushed up, did a little pullback, then from then pushed up. Now, based on what we are seeing on daily time frame, it's more or less like price is ranging. This is 1 point. And this is the second point. But let's look at it on 1 hour time frame because this is daily time frame. Yes, this is daily time frame. Can you see? So based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, that's not the way we're seeing it. But based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, it's not the same thing on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is still giving us some little points there. But yes, look at it based on what we're seeing here. This is the zone that it's been moving here. So from everything now, we can expect price to come down. I'm expecting it to come down to this point. That's just the truth. To fill up this gap that it has created here. I'm expecting it to come forward, fill up the gap. And once that is done, we could have price reversing back as far as it's respecting these zones. The only deal that is there is this: it must break out of these 2 points first. That's when we'll know. If it breaks out of that point, we know it's going down. If it breaks out of this point at above, we know it's going up. So that's that on coffee. But from my own opinion, I'm expecting it to come down. So that's that on coffee. So yes, let's look at some of these instruments. Euro JPY, we'll look at Euro JPY, GBP JPY. Yes, Euro JPY, GBP JPY. Let's look at Euro JPY. Someone just dropped that for me. Let's look at Euro JPY, GBP JPY. Euro JPY, let's see. What's Euro JPY saying this morning? It's also saying we should look at Euro GBP, then GBP JPY. Coming. Okay, so I'll look at these three instruments. All right. Okay, so Euro JPY first. So yes, Euro JPY, just like we were saying, as of this moment, Euro JPY is pushing up. I'm even expecting it to push up. JPY is actually weak. Euro, yes, strong. So I'm expecting it to push to the upside based on what I'm seeing on 1 hour here. For a while now, JPY has actually been weak. Look at it, even up to this point. Oh, let me push it down from this point. You know, it went up, got to this high, got rejected, came back down. Now it's pushing up. I'm still expecting price to push up. I'm expecting price to what? To push up. In fact, it can get up to this point, and once it breaks above this point, I'm expecting it to push further. But if price respects this zone, price could what? Drop back to the down. Price could get rejected around that point. So that's it on Euro GBP. You understand? I'm expecting price to get to this point. And once price is able to break above that point, I expect a bullish move on Euro GBP. Okay? That's that on daily time frame. But let's look at it 1 hour time frame. I'm still yes, I'm expecting price to push up. I'm expecting that bullish move on price. Based on what I'm seeing, I'm expecting price to push up on Euro JPY. You know, for a while now, I would say price has actually moved sideways between this point and this point. It's been more of internal support and resistance from this point. After I broke this zone here, went up, and it's just been in between this point. So I'm expecting to get to this point, and if it's able to break above this particular section here that you're seeing now, I expect it to still push up. So that's that. Except if it respects this point, that's when you see price reversing back to the downside. Okay, so that's that on Euro JPY. Let's look at Euro GBP. Let's see what price is doing on Euro GBP. Okay, this is Euro GBP. This is Euro GBP. It's more or less like price wants to come down Euro GBP, but as of this moment is ranging, and because it's ranging, moving sideways, it's not giving us any definite direction. Let's hold on for price to give us a definite direction. Either it breaks up or break down, then we can follow. But yes, if I'm to give my own opinion, I'm expecting price to push to downside. I'm expecting it to go down. I'm expecting price to what? To go down on Euro GBP. Yes, I'm expecting it to sell. So let's wait and see. Is it going to sell? Is it going to come down, break below this point and go down, break even below this particular zone? The zone here, is it going to break below it? This particular zone here, if it's able to break below this zone successfully, then yes, it's going down. I'm expecting it to come down. But if it doesn't, if it respects this point and breaks above this point, you could have price pushing back to the upside. So let's just work out for what, based on what I've drawn here, based on the zones that is drawn here now, let's just work out and see, is it breaking below it or above it? Then we'll follow the direction. All right. So last instrument for today is GBP JPY. The last instrument I'll be looking at for today is GBP JPY before I call it a day. Okay. GBP JPY. So on GBP JPY now, let's look at it. In fact, price has been pushing up. JPY has been weak for a while. This is it based on daily time frame. JPY has been weak for a while. In a while now, it's been weak. That's why you see price just come down. This particular move you're seeing on even on daily time frame, I feel it's news. And after that, look at the way it reversed back to the upside and all that. So yes, let's look at it on the lower time frame. Now I'm expecting price to still push up. I'm expecting price to still push up. If you look at it, even based on trend from this point to this point, you see that price is pushing to the upside. So I'm expecting price to still what? Push up on GBP JPY. Whatever bearish move he wants to give, it's just a minor one. It's still going to be pushing to the upside. So GBP JPY, I'll go bullish. That's my own take. I'll go bullish. I'm expecting it to get up to the upside here. So I'll go bullish. It can get as high as this point, based on what we're saying. It can get as high as this point here. Yes. So I'm expecting a bullish move. Whatever it is it's showing now is just a minor move, but a bullish trend is what is expected. All right. So that's that on Money Market Review today. Thank you very much for joining once again. I wish each and every one of us a happy weekend ahead. You understand? And to all our Muslim brothers, happy Eid el-Maulud, or happy birthday to the Prophet. So, you understand? All right. So please do not forget about the news that is coming out by 1:30. There's a news coming out by 1:30. So everybody, please don't forget about it. Let's be vigilant. Thank you very much. Bye for now.